This is a quick little video of a little tray that I'm making for a gift. I actually purchased this glass cutting board that's pretty much heat resistant, water resistant, and everything else, and I decided to make a walnut frame to put around it. So this is kind of putting everything together. As you can see, I've already machined all the parts. I've routed in some pockets for handholds and mitered all the corners, so it's all ready to glue up now. Save you watching all that. I already put a quick coat of Danish oil on just the inside where the parts are going to go together, just so that I don't have to worry about getting into grooves and everything later. So let's get ready to glue it up. Okay, before clamping, I like to do a dry run, get everything up, set it up, make sure the joints look pretty decent. I have these old little frame clamps that I like to use. They're just some corner blocks of aluminum and some threaded rods that actually have nuts on them to join them together so that you can make this thing up to like 4 foot square. But it works pretty good at clamping up frames and keeping things square. So next thing I'm going to do is glue it up. I like to use this Tight Bond 3 for anything that may wind up getting wet in the future. I feel a little safer with it, and so that's what I'll be using on this. I just put a drop of this on all the corners. Make sure to cover all the surfaces pretty good, and then I'll repeat that for the other 3 corners. Okay, now I'll just kind of slide it all back together. Corner is pretty close. Put the little clamp spacers under there. Drop the clamp on and clamp it up. And I'm going to let it dry for about an hour before I touch it again. Now that the glue has set up, I'm going to actually put some corner splines in the slots to reinforce them. What I've done is I've set up my jig at a 45-degree angle, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to locate the tray in there. Clamp everything good. Cut. Okay, as you can see, there's now a cut to put a spline in. I'll do that for the... Okay, for the splines, I just took a piece of ash. I'm going to have a lighter wood spline, and I just cut it so that it was a nice snug fit. Now I'll just cut some down and glue them in, and then I'll go back and trim them later. Alright, to glue the spline in place, I'm just going to take a little bit of this Tight Bond here. Put it in the groove. Try to spread it in there a little bit. A little bit, and I'll just take the spline, set it in place, and give it a little tap so it's firmly in place, and then I'll just let that dry. Well, a little bit of sanding and a couple coats of Danish oil on it, and this was what it came out looking like. As you notice, those corner splines contrast with the wood nicely. Nice little hand grips in here for picking it up, and the tray I got at my local dollar store. It's heat proof and it's good for a cutting board and everything else, so it should be a good multi-use tray. Made a nice little quick gift in a hurry. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.